Hello, I'm back at it again, like a rerun. I have returned, and today I'm back in Battlefield 1. I recorded a video yesterday, right? I don't know if it'll get that many views or not. Hopefully, it doesn't get too many. The reason why I say that because I said some pretty it's not really dark humor really, but some jokes that might get me canceled. You catch my drift. Yeah, I'm gonna stop laughing. Okay, today I'm playing as the motherland, you know, pushing Austro-Hungarians back. We have 2 battalions left. I joined right in the middle of this game. Just like the other one, luckily I'm using the Russian loadout. Things are too difficult in this game.
Аптечка!
You know, we're going to take a alpha because I got one guy. Never mind. I gotta revive this guy.
Я займусь твоей раной.
Yes.
Вот лови, аптечка!
Is that a medic? Cavalry? There we go. Got him. Moving in on him. Got him. All right. Took the sector. Nice.
We have taken the sector.
Yes, let's go.
Clear the sector from
What
enemy
the? Oh,
presence.
got it. I survived.
Я тебя подлатаю!
We have secured the sector.
And we have secured the sector.
Я тебя заштопаю!
On to the next sector. Let's go, baby. I don't know. It's been over a month since I played this, and for some reason I'm getting good kills. I'm not using a VPN, I swear. I only get good connection in American servers. Because I am in America. No! Oh, he had a shotgun too. Wait, can he revive me? Why are you teabagging him, bro? I always kind of find that disrespectful. I teabagged him before. That's because they did some questionable calls. It's like a ref in an NFL game. You guys did some questionable calls, you know? Oh no. Oh, time to run away. Ah. But it's like an NFL ref doing some questionable calls. You're like,
Аптечка, пригодится!
bro. Like you feel like you have to. For retribution. Let me see. What the? Oh, that accident. Can't see nothing. And they're shooting at me, but I can't shoot back. Come on, bro. I came down here to revive him. If they could get the alpha, bro. I'm gonna shy of them. I'm so confused on what's going on right now. Between all the dead bodies. It almost feels like Stalingrad, so I'm fighting in this one simple area. All these buildings. And I'm about to die. You know, technically speaking, the Battle of Tsaritsyn is actually Stalingrad before Stalin. If you think about it. Think about it. Because Tsaritsyn, right, was the city name, right? Because it was named after the Tsar. But after Joseph Stalin's heroic actions on retaking Tsaritsyn back to the White Army, they renamed it Stalingrad.
Sentry kit is available near your location.
Very interesting story, but technically speaking, it's basically a prequel to the real. Honestly, if you think about it.
We have taken objective apples.
Really? I can't believe this. So now I gotta use it. Oh, I'm not squad leader. In Battlefield 5, I'll be more mad because squad leader could do so much. Who's shooting at me? Medic! Medic! Never mind. Ooh. Got a takeoff! Oh wait, the Russian. I don't know how to say it in Russian. What do you expect that? My hobby is learning how to speak German. Now, Give me some stuff. Ah, no. Let me get one kill. No. No. Oh, come on, gas. Really? No. Bruh, that's one thing I hate about the sentries. No gas mask. They're vulnerable to gas, bro. Come on, bro. What do you expect me to do in that scenario? I'm gonna go switch to this. I haven't sniped in so long. Oh yeah, I still need to make that video for my loadouts for Battlefield 1.
We have
Coming
lost
soon
objective apples.
in about 3 years. I wonder if this game will still be alive in 3 years. I'm hoping, because like I like this Battlefield game more than any other Battlefield game. If I had to rank the Battlefield games I love, oh come on, that was no kill. No, he just. But if I had to rank all the Battlefield games that I like, I only played about 5 of them. I only played Battlefield 1, 4, 3, 5, Hardline. If I had to rank them from least favorite to most favorite, number 5 would be 4. And not because I actually hate Battlefield 4. I actually like the modern aspects and everything. But it's the graphics. I don't know why, but my KDs in Battlefield 4 games are like so terrible. That, yes, but they're just so terrible compared to Battlefield Hardline. Battlefield Hardline, I can actually have a couple matches where I can have a couple good games. Where I have like 50 kills and like 25 deaths. In Battlefield 4 games, it's usually me being a short
Clear the
stick,
sector from
in the
enemy
sense that
presence.
I would get like, what, 10 kills, 30 deaths. So I will admit, right, I don't really like Battlefield 4 too much because I don't have that many good games. Like in Battlefield 1, Battlefield 3, and the rest of the other Battlefield games. My 4th least favorite, honestly, this would be my
We have secured the sector.
other least favorite right there, because of reasons, right? Battlefield Hardline. And the main reason why, honestly, TTK. I had something like, oh no, the TTK. Like, it's really. Do you like the TTK Battlefield Hardline? No, exactly. I personally hate it. I hate it. It feels like a Call of Duty game, you know, with the Battlefield like logo and stuff slapped onto it. That's what it feels like. In the sense that, oh, sniper up there? Think of that. There you go. Yes, sir, baby, yes. But not the graphics, but the TTK in Battlefield Hardline is just, it's not as good. It's not good. And then don't get me started on the XP boost, right? At least in Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1, the squad XP boosts were actually very good. In the sense that they were go towards everything, right? In Battlefield Hardline, they all gotta go to like one particular thing. Like this XP boost will go to kills, while the other one will go to squad what's the word for it? Objectives. Then some go to team score and squad score, right? And then see, I remember you have to assign it to each a different class now and then. I'm like, what is this, bro? It made it so overly complicated. Number 3 would have to be Battlefield 3. And the reason why is, well, honestly, I don't know. I like Battlefield 1 and 5 more because they're more updating graphics and stuff. But to be realistic, I love Battlefield 3. I think Battlefield 3 is honestly kind of superior to Battlefield 4. I mean, yes, surprisingly, I play on Xbox One X and Xbox Series X. I would argue that the graphics in that game are kind of better than the graphics in Battlefield 4. In the sense that I can see more clearer and I can distinguish whether that's actually rubble or a player hiding in rubble. Unlike in Battlefield 4, where I look at a player, I look at a rubble, right? And I'm like, okay, that's rubble. Then I turn around, run towards the objective area, and then I get shot from behind and someone hiding in the rubble. I couldn't tell he was in the rubble. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. But then, right, I would have to. No, the Battlefield 3 is good. I like Battlefield 3. I never beat the campaign. Don't like it. Please. The campaign seems. I played like the first mission, right? I beat it. I was like stuck on the second mission, right? But the thing was is that I just got so bored, right? That I decided just You can say you can call it giving up. I call it being bored of the game. Yeah. Then Battlefield 5 is my second favorite, right? The reason why is pretty simple. I love World War II. I love learning about stuff. I love learning about World War II. Please sit down. Oh my god, bro. I was thinking about all the stuff I'm canceling for. I'm trying to at least cancel person. But right. Here's the Battlefield 5. I love learning about World War II. It's a very interesting war. And the fact that it's based in World War II is actually very interesting. Love Battlefield 5 for all the stuff they added on. I wish they kept on updating them. Like Star Wars Battlefront 2. I wish EA and DICE kept on updating those games. It could have gotten better over time. Nope, they switched gears to Battlefield 2042. Look how they turned out. And obviously my number one is the game I'm playing right now. Battlefield, man. It's glorious, it's beautiful. I just never really paid attention too much to World War I. Maybe because I didn't really care about it. Before this game, I used to believe that World War II was like the foundation for modern warfare and all that stuff, right? And I used to believe that World War II was like the most, like literally the most important war of all time that changed the course of history forever. Right? I was kind of right, but at the same time, I was largely wrong. Because World War I really started everything. The assassination of Archduke Ferdinand affected literally everything. Like everything that's happened in the world today can be traced back all the way to World War I. The assassination of Archduke Ferdinand. Right? It can be traced back all the way to that. That's astonishing that one boy, one man, can shape the world for hundreds of years to come. That tells you something. Well, over 100 years to come. That tells you something. That should tell you everything you know. It shapes the world to that degree. That should tell you something. That's very interesting though. The World War One was in reality the foundation for modern warfare. They stopped doing line infantry, machine guns, the invention of the tank, modern tactics were being invented across the board. You know, I refer to the 1900s, right? The 20th century, right? I refer to it as the fall of empires, right? Because the German Empire collapsed, Austrian-Hungarian, Russian Empire, and later the Soviet Union collapsed. Alongside the British Empire, the French declared itself a republic, but yeah, they collapsed also. And like I said, it is so interesting. Well, how am I not instantly shocked? But it's so interesting. What? But yeah, it's that. Like, I died 7 times so far. I can't believe it. I thought I died 3 times. Oh, that's weird. I must be doing something wrong. But it's very interesting. World War I is really U-boats, unrestricted submarine warfare. The works, literally everything, right? Can be traced back to World War I.
50 of
Like,
our
let's be
soldiers
real
remain.
here, guys, for a sec. Let's be real here. World War I led to everything that's happening today. And to a certain extent, actually not even to a certain extent, it led to World War II. It led to World War II. I'm not going to say the names or anything like that. It led to World War II. It led to fascism and all that. It led to that. It built up to that. The Treaty of Versailles. Great Britain and France technically started World War II. Unpopular opinion, I know, but if you think about it, they indirectly led to the events of World War II. Indirectly, of course, without knowing it. Of course, without knowing it. I have to go into detail about how exactly everything went down and all that stuff, right? But this ain't a history channel. This is a gaming channel, okay? I'm just trying to find things to talk about during this commentary stuff, okay? And I found a couple things to talk about. They make some good valid points. Like, let's talk about how Call of Duty Vanguard is. Oh my god. My friend convinced me to buy that game because he said it was good. I played it. for like what 5 hours worth of gameplay, right? I regretted it. I walked up to him and said, "Bro, what? Why did you make me waste my money?" He said, "Wait, it's not wasting money."
20 of our soldiers remain.
Boy, oh my god! I have a saying, right? I have a saying. I will beat your A from here to Jerusalem, right? I told him those exact words. Why? Why would you make me waste my money on them? That game was so terrible. Oh my
Вражеский
god!
разведчик!
I wasted my money. I wasted my money. Stupid, ridiculous game. Whose idea was it
Кажется, раненый.
to make
Надо
me buy
подлечить.
that game? No. At least you have one more battalion. But it was so stupid, so ignorant.
Great
man, this
Russian
game.
bear is but
Like it advertises itself
there is
as
air in your lungs, you can still roar.
a
This
World War
is
II
our
game.
final
Right?
attack.
Sorry, I was thinking
We
about letting
fight
this
to the last
announcer
soldier.
talk, but
We
I'm
do
not
not
gonna
surrender.
talk. But it advertises itself as a World War II boots on the ground game.
We are being
Right?
reinforced with an
No.
armored train.
No, it's not. It's not boots on the ground. What is this? What are you doing? It doesn't feel like a World War II game. I mean, in my opinion, Angry Joe gave it too much of a nice rating. What, he gave it like a 3, 4? I think it was a 4 now I think about it. That's way too nice, brother. You have to be more harsher on it. It's a solid 1, okay? You advertise yourself as a World War II game, boots on the ground gameplay, and then you have all this stuff on it, all this unnecessary stuff that was in part of World War II. That's when you're like, that's when I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Now, granted, right? Granted. Oh, that was a soap house right there? But yeah, granted, right? I understand trying to keep up with the times, but you also want to keep your fan base and then grow it more. You just disconnected from your fan base by doing that.
Аптечка пригодится.
I can agree. I think I can agree with a lot of people. That we just went back to World War, not World War. Call of Duty Cold War,
Раненый.
right?
Я
That
тебе
game,
помогу.
the zombies is better. It has better perks. I went back to Black Ops 2 and it was significantly better than Vanguard zombies. It's supposed to be a horde survival mode, not run around, go through these portals, do missions and stuff. So terrible. I actually enjoyed it, right? The thing is, I actually enjoyed Vanguard zombies, right? I thought that was pretty good, nice addition. It had a couple of good things I liked. Like how the first perk you get was free. Then you have to pay for it. Pay for it, you have to upgrade it to like 2 or 3 and stuff like that. I liked it, right? Until I went back to play Cold War zombies. But then I realized, what? Got the downgrade. The downgrade. It's supposed to be upgrades, people. Upgrades, right? No, they decided to do a downgrade in the game itself. Whose idea was it? So stupid.
Тебя ранили.
So sad. Oh no, that's nice. The Val 98. But it was so stupid. I hated it.
Раненый. Я тебе помогу.
Clear the sector from enemy presence.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Я тебя подлатаю.
So there
We
we
have
are.
secured the sector.
Just terrible thing. Vanguard. My God. No. Save your money. Vanguard? Between Halo and Vanguard's Battlefield 2042, none of them are good. None of them. Infinite, right? Halo Infinite is good, but it's lacking the constant means to sustain itself for, years to come, right? And slowly drip feeding us. Actually, I said himself, slowly drip feeding us. We are erratic, and we have to run on that stupid wheel of theirs. Get
Final
that slow but
objective is
delicious
within our
water.
reach.
I think that's what he said. Something like that. Why do I care about 3? No, no, ah! The Soviet, Hey, I found a Soviet guy. Oh my, I like the name, bro. How about changing my name on Xbox? Well, I'm able to change it too. But yeah, it just Vanguard. Then the multiplayer. The multiplayer is well. Okay. I don't like kill streaks ultimate Call of Duty games. I like score streaks more. Score streaks are like better. So like I connect more with Cold War than Vanguard. I play Vanguard multiplayer with the bots, and it was fun. But as soon as you get there, right, Ackman said himself, he explains it better than me. Weapons balancing is terrible. The camos and the skins and everything for all the characters and guns make it feel unrealistic. Like, I would rather play Enlisted, the game, the free-to-play game Enlisted, for a year than play Vanguard for one match, honestly. Because at least that's a realistic World War II game. Yes, it's a slower-paced game. Yes, I'm getting bored a lot. But guess what? I rather play that World War II game than Vanguard. I mean, there's Battlefield 5. I like Battlefield 5 actually. Battlefield 5 is a solid game. It's not the best game. I mean, sure, the campaign, the war stories weren't historically accurate or true, but they were historically enough for me to believe in some of them. What was that one war story in Norway? Yeah, I heard a lot about the controversy. I trust me. No. And one I'm referring to, go to History Legends. He explains it perfectly. Basically, right, the Germans were trying to create their own atomic bomb, and they were using heavy water to do so, right? The heavy water is very interesting in the sense that that's what they were trying to use and mine out of Norway. Now, the Norwegian resistance tipped the British off, and they sent some British commanders to go in, right? Now, from what I can remember, I think the British commanders were killed, and the Norwegians themselves had to go in and sabotage. They broke in and sabotaged the entire operation without firing a single shot. That's amazing. Without firing a single shot. They sabotaged the entire operation. The Germans were doing very interesting. Now, how the Battlefield 5 decided to rewrite the story and fit their narrative of it, to fit their propaganda tool? Well, obviously, replace all those men with women. And I don't want to get into that discussion on that. I'm just saying, you're removing historical facts and evidence with that. And that's stupid. I'm a history book, okay? And I care about history. Like, you don't have to be so historically accurate where you have to be like Verdun or Enlisted or take the fun out of all the game modes and all that. But you have to be historically accurate enough for you to actually believe that this is all happening. Make you believe in fighting against the Russians, the Japanese, the Germans, the British, the Americans, the Chinese even. I don't think I've ever played World War II games by the Chinese. But yeah, the Italians even. Like, it has to be historically accurate enough for me to believe. The keyboard for me. We have shotgun! Oh.
Losing objective apples.
But yeah, then there's that one. What was that one war story called? It was like Under No Flag. It had the word flag in it, bro. It was kind of stupid in the sense that he hired an ex-con to do something that the military could easily do. I could eat like where the British spread so thin. Oh man, I'm deep diving history. Like, I'm a history buff, but I don't know that much about history. That's why I watch people like History Legends, Armchair Historian. Like, I can give you the general idea of everything. I can't break it down to you. Like, this ain't a history channel. This is a gaming channel. I'm just finding stuff to talk about over the commentary. But Under No Flag, I don't understand why they chose the ex-con over British commandos. The SAS. The SAS actually created during World War II, right? They served primarily. No, think. I watched people like Simple History, right? They said they were like using African film, like North African film. Actually, it does take place in Africa, so never mind. I'll grant them that, right? I never understood why World War II I don't know why World War II doesn't really
We
explore
have lost objective
the
apples.
fact that
Аптечка,
the
лови!
Chinese and Japan, like the Sino-Japanese War, as they call it. That's from what 1937 to 1930, not 1937 to 1945. Like China and Japan are kind of like the Asian version of England and France in the sense that they're rivals and stuff. What? Dynamite! Oh, thank God they didn't revive me. Don't use dynamite again. I'm dying.
Стоим свои раны.
That's weird.
Тебя заранили. Надо подлечить.
There you are. Oh, that's beautiful. There. Ooh. You can't rival me either. Anyway. Under no flag. That one black war sword, the African and stuff. I like that war sword. It was kind of inaccurate according to history legends, but it was accurate enough for me to believe it, honestly. And then my favorite one, my favorite Battlefield 5 war story. Oh, so amazing. The Last Tiger. Oh my God, that was the best war story I've ever seen. Honestly, Battlefield 5 copied the war story from Battlefield 1. They saw how successful it was, right? Because each war story in Battlefield 1 had like a main theme, something that people didn't get beyond. Right? Like the Italian one in Battlefield 1 talks about the brotherhood of brothers on it.
Тебя
How
ранили.
that
Я тебе
exact
помогу.
scenario happened in war. That scenario probably happened millions of times in war. Brothers go to war, fight alongside each other, and then one of the brothers dies,
Ранили.
and he has to see
Я тебе помогу.
his dead brother. Like that scenario probably happened over a million times in war. Come on. The chances of that happening, not happening over a million times, I think it's very low in my opinion. But you get what I'm saying. That's all about brotherhood. Then, the what's it called? There's the Ottoman Empire one. The Runner. It was called the Runner. That was about passing the torch from the old to the young. The airplane one, what was it? Butterfly, I think. That was the airplane one, right? That was all about. Let me think of the thing. It was about like not abandoning or not being a scumbag, basically.
We have taken objective
You lost a
butter.
bed, and turning a scumbag basically into a nice guy who's trying to do the right thing. That one though, the tank one, right? That was more or less all about the hardships of being a tanker, a tank driver, being
Аптечка,
inside a tank,
пригодится.
how to operate it and how to like take care of it. Because like all machines, they need to be
Я
taken
тебя
care of.
наштопаю.
And so the expenses for taking care of it is a lot higher. I remember my parents always told me it's a lot cheaper to buy a brand new car than keep spending money on repairing your current car, right? Because eventually your money will start stacking up, and you'll spend 3 times as much money as you paid for it. Like say you paid $3,000 for a car, right? I'm like, it's like $2,000 for a car.
Objective butter.
You potentially be paying like 3 more as much. Like it's $9,000 just to repair and do all this stuff to it, right? It doesn't make sense, right? So it's better to just buy a brand new. It's called maintenance. That's what the war story for about one tank one was called. Then you had that one with the woman with Lawrence of Arabia.
20 of our soldiers remain.
Technically speaking, I'm a Lawrence since I remember one of my football coaches back in middle school said Lawrence is a fancy way of saying Larry. Honestly, I like that. I wouldn't mind being called Lawrence, honestly. I wouldn't mind being called Lawrence. I don't mind walking down the street. I don't mind my dad. Like my dad's name
We
really
are
too.
losing
I don't
objective
mind.
butter.
I don't mind him calling me Lawrence. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I want to be called Lawrence, not Larry. The more I'm thinking about it, oh my God, I want to be called Lawrence. You know what? From now on, I'm now Lawrence. I will give you my last name.
object
You
of
can find my Instagram and TikTok, and you know you can go through there. But you're not doing that. I seen from here, but go somewhere else. Find somewhere. It's you guys like to dig deeper, and we lost. I talked so much that I lost, and my kid probably is
We
scared.
have failed.
Yep.
The enemy was too strong for us. Be gracious in defeat, brothers and sisters. Thank the dead for their sacrifice.
By the beginning of 1916, it was becoming increasingly clear that Russia could no longer sustain the losses from several failed operations while maintaining loyalty to the autocratic and ever more dysfunctional monarchy of
I don't know why it says my
Tsar
mic is
Nicholas
going
II.
off. Like,
If
I'm
the
not even talking, and my
Austro-Hungarians
mic's
had
going
managed to
off. For some
halt the
reason.
First Brusilov advance, inflicting further
It must be
wounds on
also
Russia,
recording.
it is likely that
it must-
anger
you
amongst the
must be
people
hearing
at
the
home would
audio
have
from the TV
ignited
as
the
well.
revolution
Yes.
immediately, leading to the Bolsheviks pulling Russia out of the war before the winter set in. A huge blow to the Allied alliance.
I agree. That would have been a huge blow to the Allied alliance. There was a triple entente, which was Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Ottoman Empire. Then you had, they were referred to as the Allies, but what were they really called? They weren't called. No, they weren't called Entente. Oh man, I can't think of it. Dang. Before I end this YouTube channel, like and subscribe, right? Like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. But let me find this one thing. So let me find it. Sorry, I was texting somebody. Hold on. The factions in World War I. There we go. So there, the Central Powers and not the Allies, bro. Come on, bro. They just called the Allied Powers. Oh, I got it wrong. Oh my God, I got it wrong. The Triple Entente was made up of France, Britain, and Russia. Dang it, I got it wrong. And the Triple Alliance was originally composed of Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy. But Italy remained neutral in 1914. Yes, I know that.
На мне форма царской армии.
And
Черкесские папахи. Мы разные.
eventually the
Нас
Ottoman Empire.
объединила
So the
ненависть
Triple
к
Alliance was
большевикам.
them, and the Triple Entente was
Мы трижды
the French,
пытались взять
Russians,
город.
and British.
Взять
Okay.
Царицын – это
Dang,
ободряющий клич
I have
всем миром,
stored so much history up in my
презирающим
brain, right? That it sometimes
Большевики жгут
it sometimes
селы и
get
запугивают крестьян.
a little bit overwhelming
Вот
for my
она,
brain
их
to
свобода.
remember
Я
everything.
грузил
Okay,
пушки
to
в
remember
чрево
everything.
спящего.
No, I'm not going to record it for this video.
Soldiers,
You'll see
Lieutenant
this
General
video.
Rank has given
My
clear
mic
orders.
fell off. Sorry, like and subscribe.
We
Thank
must
you.
stand our ground at the red line here.
Have a
If we
nice
lose this
day.
position, then retreat to the